Downloading latest intel package. Welcome back. I was getting worried about you.
Agent Academy, Episode 2, recorded on November 7th, 2017. I'm Agent Soho.
And I'm Agent Goonie Guy.
And we are back on the attack. Not really. We're just here to talk about Ingress once again. And thanks for listening. And the feedback we got from Episode 1 was awesome. I guess we'll go ahead and do another one here. So here we go. What are we going to be talking about today, Mr. Goonie Guy?
Well, this week we're going to be talking about what we've been up to for the past week, the anomaly that happened. What about Shards? Have you seen that crazy stuff, as well as all the crazy comments that y'all have made on videos, Twitter, and the like?
Cool. All right, lots of stuff to get into. Let's dive right into sit rep.
Sit rep.
Next week we'll have a bumper.
Yep. We have a bumper for something this week.
Yep, and it's not sit rep. So sit rep. What's your sit rep?
This week I've been doing some. I did some Six Flags operations. I had a business meeting down in Atlanta, Georgia, so it's like a 3.5 hour drive. And the last day, I ended up going to Six Flags and fielded up that joint and just got a bunch of keys, possibly, well, not a guardian. I mean, no one would put a guardian there. That's just stupid. But if they close the park for the winter, it might be hard for people to get to, unless you know some secrets.
Right.
But they don't really close. So that doesn't work. So been doing that. I got done with an op at a turbine out in the middle of nowhere near Lynchburg, Tennessee. And that's a pretty cool place. I found a picnic area up there. It might be a cool place to do like a faction meetup or something. Or maybe just you and me. We can go up there and just hang out at some picnic tables, look at the dam.
Get some cool drone shots.
We could do that. I almost lost my drone up there. I, for the first time, took my drone out, which is really smart, and it just lost connection and just kept flying. And I was like, oh, it's going straight for the dam. That's not good.
Come back, please.
Hitting the emergency cutoff and everything, and finally it died and went to the ground. And hopefully the new update will make it work better. We'll see.
Oh, yikers.
How about you? What you been up to this week?
Well, so this week we have... well, actually, I guess I can talk about the video that we just released today. This is... so if you've been watching our YouTube channel, Agent Academy on YouTube, we have been, for the last week or two, we've been putting up old content from 2015, 2016, stuff like that, basically just to kind of catch up. And now we're caught up, and we had an operation a couple months ago called Blockade, where we just kind of...
it was right before the anomaly.
Right. It was right before the Nashville one. Right. Well, just go watch it, check it out. And then, of course, we did the Nashville video. And then now we're back at it, and we're going to be doing these pretty much constantly, really. Like, they're really fun, and we learn a lot. And I believe other people learn a lot through our stupid mistakes, and everybody's happy. So, and this one is Blanket the City. This is a two-parter. And part one just went on today. And basically, we did what we've always wanted to do, is just turn our whole city green, just cover the entire thing with the help of other enlightened agents, of course. Anyway, it is really cool. So that went up. But for the first time also this week's full of a lot of first times. I joined the OPR, the Operation Portal Recon Network, and I had my first experience, and it was pretty cool. You have to answer like 10 questions to see if you know the rules and the guidelines and stuff like that. And there's plenty of material. You actually are presented this training video. You know, like you're getting a job at McDonald's, and it's like, employers always wash their hands. Well, okay, not that.
That's a weird topic for OPR.
Before I comment on this portal, I'm going to go wash my digits.
Yikes. But anyway, so that was pretty cool. And if you're level 12 or higher, you can do this. You can approve portals and do all that kind of thing. But honestly, you don't have to read anything or even watch the training thing. If you're level 12, you've been around long enough, and everything I saw in the training video and in the material was all common sense stuff. If you're level 12,
hopefully
it was. Yeah, hopefully, right?
I did see a comment on one of the AMAs, someone asking about, like, what if you fail it 3 times or whatever, and basically you can't do it or something if you do that. So they must have failed it 3 times to have to ask that question, right? To even know that that's a possibility.
Yeah, so the first time I went through it, they just said, okay, you're done. Thanks for answering the questions and go ahead and start. I was like, I guess I passed. It was all super easy. I never had to go, well, I don't know about this one.
Let me search the interwebs.
Right. It was just like, bam, 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 bam. Just answer. It was super, super easy stuff. Anyway, and then once they dumped me into the pool of, people that to edit and monitor, or to review basically the portal submissions, all of them were in Alabama, and most of them were in the same city that I'm in. Probably not a coincidence, right? So, and that's just a little piece.
Home place. And so while there's stuff there, you'll go there, and I think you can set like a temporary place later or something once those are cleared out.
Oh, okay. See, I just thought it took my current location of where I live. So, and I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting. I saw portals that I kind of figured I kind of know who probably submitted some of these portals, just because I've been playing the city so long. I know exactly what the types of things.
So you got my house. My house is in there now.
that drawing on your wall that you called the mural. No. But anyway, so that was really fun. I did like 10 of them before they don't let you do it anymore. And then I did some today. So there's a maximum how many you can do per day. But also there is going to be a medal that comes out. And that will go towards your leveling, which is nice. To get Onyx, though, you have to not approve, but you have to review 10,000 submissions.
You get to work.
And on the low end, the bronze is only 100. So I know I can definitely get a bronze. I'd like to maybe get somewhere around a gold. This is 2,500. But anyway, so that's pretty cool. It's kind of something I'm probably going to do every day, is just go through and clean out the queue. It's
more to do as you level up, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And here I'm just trying to get high enough to submit some portals.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, that was that. There was some big news where Niantic purchased a company
called
Evertune. And so this is did you know anything about Evertune and what it was before you saw this article?
No, not beforehand. I've actually just downloaded the app, because apparently you can still get the app even though they're going to be shutting it down. Mm-hmm. So get it now before they do, so you can see what it is. I don't know if that's the functionality they're going to have in it with their animations and stuff, or if they're just a team that can do some of the stuff that they're looking at.
Right. In the short of it, Evertune was a platform where you could create these 3D animated cartoons where you could voice over things and have them walk around, little characters. Basically, think a comic strip, but with motion, right? So something like that, like making like funny little short things and submitting them and getting them voted on and stuff like that. It looked kind of cool for, kids or something. I don't know. I mean, maybe for adults too. I don't know. But the fact that they're getting it, it's saying that they were adding a social platform to the Niantic game. So there's a couple of theories floating around the Reddits and the G pluses, basically saying maybe they're going to take the animated avatars that you can create and possibly add that to our profiles in Ingress, because right now you have a limited subset of backgrounds and symbols and colors, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you can have like a head and like some glasses, like maybe you could be like an avatar. I mean,
just have your own face in there, kind of thing. Yeah,
I mean, I'd be okay with that. otherwise, I think Pokemon Go might be kind of the more intended audience for this type of thing. I guess I don't really know. There's a lot of speculation.
Yeah, and it's going to depend on, what, and that's why I want to download the app and see it firsthand, the community features that go along with the actual creating avatars and things like that. What else do they have in there? And maybe they're just friends of Niantic. Like maybe they're just a company that knows them, and it's like, well, we can do this, and they've had lunches or something, and have proposed these ideas, and it was just a good fit that way too. So it may not mean that all these features that they have in their games are going to come into every Niantic game at this point. It seems like with 2.0 that they're not going to do the cartoony look, which is good. So like you said, Evertune seems like a weird fit there. So expect something different, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So that's going on there. And also, the big anomaly, right? XO5. It's going on. This week, Andy with the AMAs, he was gone. He went to the Anomaly in Boulder, and then I think he's also going to hit the San Francisco one too. Sadly, we couldn't go. Wah.
Yeah, they were all West Coast this year. I mean, Houston was kind of the closest, and when we go, we normally drive over to it. We've got to take some equipment and stuff that we wouldn't normally want to fly with, the cameras and tripods and all this crap. It's just kind of an extra layer, not to mention the cost. So driving is usually the best thing, and I had that work thing this weekend, so it definitely wasn't a good fit to go to Houston. And now I don't think there's a chance going to California or Honolulu.
What about the Croatia one? That's probably doable, right?
Probably. We got a Kickstarter going just to send us to Croatia for that. But
so I think it's interesting to note that there was one of the locations in the world is Osaka, Japan. And that is where our president, Donald Trump, went to. So did he stop by the Anomaly, you think? And would Trump be green or blue?
I don't know if that's a question to
I don't know.
He would definitely be green, right? Because
I don't know.
Now you put me in a bad spot. Like I'm saying that because blue is notoriously like. Isn't that colors for Democrats? The Democratic Party, right?
Green doesn't mean anything in politics.
Right, except for money. And Trump's
the Green
all
Party.
about money. So
right?
That's why I'm saying that he would want green, but now all the enlightened are going to hate me for saying that. But anyway, what they will like me saying is we're ahead right now in the series standing by half a point that we got from Houston, no doubt, which was there were some folks that were talking about canceling the Houston one. So good job, Enlightened. Congrats on all the hard work this weekend. And really everybody worked hard in Anomaly. I mean, most people don't slack around except for Eric. Eric loves slacking at Anomalies. So don't send me those messages. I saw you typing to send me a hate message. But so anyway, that's XO5 Anomaly. We've got the last one's coming up in I guess a month, basically, in early December. And who knows who's going to be getting an early Christmas present besides Deborah, what's it called? Her papers or whatever. It was what you got for winning this one. Deborah passed out the stuff, and it was a bunch of info. And we've got to decipher and get into that info. Have you read that info yet?
No, I haven't.
See how mean I am just throwing it over to you?
Yeah.
But it also introduced, apparently there's some shards that popped up around the world. So what does it mean? What do they do? What do y'all think it means? Let us know what y'all think it means. And as we as the storyline develops and we get more information, we'll know what's going on. Tell us what you think. And what you're going to do when they come for you.
We should do some kind of like real creepy kind of lore video or something with the the conspiracy theories on what these shards mean or something. I don't know. I feel like we could get creative with this. Okay, well, let's jump over to what are we jumping into?
Well, we didn't talk about there was so much that happened this week in the newsletter. Actually, before the newsletter, let's get to Hank Johnson put out a video. Did you see this video, sir?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's some crazy news. Apparently, he's thinking about leading Niantic, or not NIA.
Right.
Say that right. Or anyway, so he put out a video. What do you think? Let him know. Thinks he can do more work inside, and of course, he is enlightened. And I love that at the end he like opens his vest up, and there's the enlightened. Sure.
Like Superman. Nice. Yeah, we should track Hank Johnson down and get him on the show.
Yeah. Well, and you can't take the field out of the agent, I think was his comment.
Nice.
So also, as part of the news this week, the newsletter was out. We got more lore, and this was before the Anomaly, though, that we got confirmation that Calvin and Phillips are both dead.
Deceased.
Dun, 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 dun. They both died in an incident that took place on October 27th. There was some sort of explosion, and more story for people to delve into. So if you're into that sort of thing, look it up, and we'll put links in the show notes. We doing that?
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, explosion at the Niantic offsite facility.
And being the Day of the Dead stuff, we got more dead people. Kind of confirmed, right? Susanna Moyer and Clue. Did you read any of that? So they were.
Oh no, Susanna Moyer. No, really?
So they both got sucked into the Cthulhu, and so they're supposedly dead. I mean, this article that they posted in the newsletter kind of confirms that they're gone. And if you look at like real world stuff, hate to break the fourth wall, fifth wall. What wall is it? I'm breaking a wall.
All the walls.
Trump's gonna get mad at me. Anyway, she's doing a lot of acting, like Zombies. Have you seen Zombies? It sounds like a cute movie, but it's really zombie animals at the zoo, and other stuff coming out. Working in video games and things like that. So maybe she's getting too big for the game. Maybe moving on, doing other stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Just moving on. Yeah, she's been a character for quite a while, and I never got to meet her though in person. She went to plenty of the anomalies where you could get her badge and all. But she has moved on. But she has been deceased. Not the actress, Suzanne Moyer.
Well, then they could come back, right? They're just in the Cthulhu, so
yeah,
in the storyline. So one day they could be saved if they get paid, I guess, to come back.
Right.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Also, I guess lastly, we can just kind of mention that there was a big article on Kotaku this week about the Brokers Guild.
Is that where two people share a taco?
Yes, the Kotaku. Kotaku.
Anyway,
they actually got it pretty incredibly correct. They had a big long article, very detailed. I looked through Reddit. There's an official Reddit. Well, maybe not official. I don't know. It's basically the one thread that talks about this, and in the comments, most of the people are saying, "Wow, this is incredibly accurate." It's probably nothing you already don't know if you've been following all the Brokers Guild. It's just worth noting in this show today because this is kind of bringing it and to the front of the global gaming community, not just the Ingress community. People are going, "Oh wow, you can stalk people in some mobile game? That's creepy." And then they look into it and they're like, "Actually, this is kind of cool. I want to be one of those stalkers." Or they're like, "I want to be stalked." Or they're like, "Cool game. I just want to play it."
I want to be a stalk of celery.
A stalk of tacos.
Green, right? That's the only stalking.
So maybe we'll see a little influx of people coming.
Or maybe the opposite, right? Like it could scare people away from the game. That's kind of what I was worried about with the article. It's like it does paint this kind of dark picture about the game. And if I didn't know the game from being in it, like I would have a second thought about letting my kids play it. If I started reading it and be like, people are stalking people in this game.
Yeah.
Like, we know that's, well, I don't, we talked a lot about the Brokers Guild last episode and in the other episode. So if you want to hear that stuff, go back to that. So anyway, I guess let us know what you think about the article, right? Because it can kind of go one way or the other. Do you think it'll get more people to play? Do you think they should have been more in depth? I think personally that they kind of went in depth enough for like their audience. Like anything more and people be like, too confusing, don't know what's going on. Whereas Ingress players are probably like, I want more details.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
I guess my only complaint is they didn't link to our interview with Clean Ingress. But hey, it was pretty in depth. They didn't need to go in anymore. Okay, well, let's see here.
I believe it's time for this.
What's in the capsule?
What's in the capsule?
What's
All right.
in the capsule?
We have opened it up.
Do that.
What is in the capsule? I mean,
damn, you got him. Oh, that was you?
Thanks, Jerry. You can go home now.
No,
he was. Okay, so this week we have lots of things. And if you don't know what's in the capsule, well, we'll tell you for one thing. But the segment means these are ideas for the game that you have. We sometimes will take ideas that people have on Reddit, G+, wherever. They'll tweet to us. Plenty of people will leave comments to us about ideas. We have our own ideas. If you have an idea, then send it to us. Go to speakpipe.com/Agent Academy. We want to hear what idea you have for Ingress, and maybe they'll add it. Maybe they're listening. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
I'm sure.
Andrew answered personally one of my questions the other day for the last AMA, so I'm sure he's listening to this right now.
All right. You want to do this first one?
Sure thing. This first one is from Mark Whiteheads, who says, regarding additional storage at portals, what if the items stored were only accessible with a passcode? And this is from last week, the idea of actually being able to store items at portals.
Right. Basically having a capsule, a portal capsule. Yeah, you could open it up, but I think that's a great idea, because if your own team is going around town opening up these capsules and stealing stuff, or a secret agent, right? It could just be a level 1 other. It could be a duplicate account. You could just create another account just so you could walk around and open up these capsules around town. So I think a passcode is definitely the way to go if they ever felt like having a capsule as a mod on a
as a mod
portal.
Hey, that's kind of a cool idea, making it a mod.
Actually, that's something we didn't say last week. If it was a mod, then it could be blown up or it could be opened
and everything blown off of it, because it's kind of a cool idea to be able to store something, because if you want to hand off keys, maybe you don't want to have to meet some stranger to get the key, but what if they said, well, I can put the key in this capsule on this portal, or maybe make friends, one or the other. But
and you tell them the passcode.
So, and it could just be your own capsule. Maybe they should just add passcodes to capsules in general, and you can't pick it up unless you have the capsule or the passcode. And so you can drop a capsule anywhere, right? And it has a passcode on it, and it just stays there unless you know the passcode, or it goes away after 24 hours.
Yeah. And then you could start fights with your friends and be like, stop making your passcode 1234.
Now I got to change my iPhone passcode and my ATM and your password for Twitter.
Okay, so that was a follow-up from last week. We have a new one. I'm Das Boot said, expanding on the showing of your own keys on the Intel map. That was my idea from last week. What about a filter on the map to highlight the portals you currently own? You already signed in, and it wouldn't be that hard for it to pull up your info. We did actually kind of touch on that a little bit last week. Was if you could have, if you could see what portals you have keys for on your map, that would just be kind of like highlighted, but it'd be a filter, so you could be like, I want it on, I want it off. It's annoying. It's not so annoying. It's cool. It's not cool.
And there are tools with, and this is one thing, like I'm going to talk about tools like with IITC just because why not until we're told we can't use those. I'm still looking for, I need to find the quote that says that, because people keep going, oh, well, they've said that those are okay. I still want to find the quote to find those. So if anybody has that somewhere, let me know. Anyway, there is a tool for bookmarks on there, so you can bookmark portals. I know it's not the same thing, but it's an easy way to bookmark locations. We also got this one from John Gardner, who says, I so wish there was a hack burster item that would just simple hack up to 3 of the closest portals at once within a limited range. It wouldn't give the same bonuses as glyphing. It would just be the same as opening the portal's profile page and quick tapping hack or finger drag hacking. In some areas where portals are very densely packed together, it's a bit of a hassle. That sounds kind of like spinning a Pokemon thing, but try to select portals that are super close or overlapping each other, and then remember which portals are on cooldown. A hack burster would simple hack the 3 nearest portals, and if any of them are on cooldown, it would just move to the next portal. And if there aren't any hackables, then it does nothing. So thanks for that, John. I think there's definitely some mechanics that could be introduced and changed about hacking.
Yeah, hack bursters. That's an interesting idea.
I don't know if I want more items. Like I already have a hard time with the item limit.
Yeah, I do too. It's easy to just get to that cap and struggle. I mean,
so but maybe if there was some sort of like quick hack button, so you could just say, okay, this is on. Maybe it's something on the screen where you tap or turn on. And then any portals on the screen that you're in location with, you could just swipe over and it would hack them.
Right.
It's kind of the same thing without having the item.
Right.
But I don't know.
But that's an idea, I suppose. You could, I mean, downtown dense areas, you just be like, bomb, 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 bomb. You could have the whole thing hacked quick. But, okay, well, let's get into the our ideas this week. My idea this week is a visual element on your keys in your inventory that will show you if the portals are being blocked from a nearby portal. And I can explain basically. Say you're next to a portal. You have to be in range. You're in range of the portal, so you're in hacking range, right? So now that you're in hacking range of a portal, when you look through your keys in your inventory, let's just say that the keys of portals that can be linked to, that are unblocked, have maybe a yellow outline around them. That's it. Real easy. So you can visually see what you can throw to. And my reason for this, I mean, I understand you can hit the link button and it'll just show you what you can link to anyway. But my reasoning is most of my keys lie in those capsules, the ones that you can buy from the store, because I always hit that 2,000 limit, and I like to keep I like to keep keys according to area in these capsules. Whereas if I'm in South Huntsville, I have my South Huntsville capsule. If I'm in Madison, I have Madison keys. I have Gurley keys. Anyway, so I have keys depending on where I'm at, because sometimes I don't go in all these areas and they're just eating inventory and it's dumb. So when I'm in a new area, I always go to my capsule with the according, area. But I don't know what I can link to from there. I have to literally pull out all the keys and then see what I can link to and then put them all back in. It's totally inefficient.
Right.
So what do you think?
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
I mean, it would save me so much time it would save everybody a lot of time. I don't know if everybody does what I do, but
just some more. I don't know how many links that maybe if it could make a field. I like the idea of like letting me know, hey, these keys all can make a field, and because I don't want people just like, hey, look at all these keys, I can throw these links, and all of a sudden there's just starbursts everywhere, and you can't do anything because it's like, oh look, I got blocked again by my own team. Won't do that field, I guess. I'll just throw a starburst of my own.
Yeah, unless you're trying to.
Right.
And you're like, today I'm just going to grief my city.
Yeah, that seems like a great idea.
Anyway, so what's your idea this week?
I was thinking, I mean, sort of down the same lines as keys, that we need more options to sort with the keys. Because like you said, it's such a pain when you got them in the capsules, and sometimes I even forget, oh, I have those keys in the capsules for that one portal, and where are they? Blah, 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 blah. But so if you could sort by things like the amount of energy that's left on a portal. So if you're trying to, get your recharge badge up, you can easily hit those. Also, which portals that you've owned the longest with those keys. So if you're trying to say I know they'll probably do something with Guardians, try to keep them away, but this could help people like, oh look, I didn't even realize I had that portal so long. I'm going to keep recharging it. And so in that order. And there's probably tons of other things that could be sorted by that would be useful. So let us know what you think in the comments and on phone calls and things. How would you sort your keys? Like, what is the filter that you miss?
Yeah, more sorting for sure. Definitely. It's like
they sort them all as one, and it would just tell you that, hey, this one's in a capsule. Then so you could sort in one big pile, and then find them that way. Maybe swipe up to pull them out of the capsule while you're going through the keys, something like that. Like, okay, think about, okay, hey, okay, I just thought okay, so when you pull up your inventory and you click on keys, it just has all the keys at the bottom, right? And then and it's all your keys. Capsules, not capsules, it's all of them. But above it, there's the image of the capsule that it's in would like flip right over. So you're looking in that capsule, and then if you want it, you swipe up, right? And then it comes into your inventory.
Oh, I see.
And so then you'll have it. And then if you want to throw one, or actually swipe down, and it'll pull it into your inventory. So inventory's below, capsules above, keys in the middle. Swipe down would put it into your inventory. Swipe up would put the key into a capsule, and then you could rotate the capsules.
Oh, that'd be a quick way to do it, actually. That's not bad.
Huh? Okay, sorry. Man. I just hijacked that whole segment.
Okay, and we have 2 more quickies. This is one from Reddit from MRICon. Anyway, he says, how about it's a very rare mod idea called Vampire Turret. This is pretty cool. You can already probably guess what this does. Does it suck
your blood?
Yes, it does. It doesn't just deplete the attacker's XM tank, but it also uses that stolen XM to charge resonators. Wouldn't that be weird? It steals your stuff and charges its own self as you're hitting it. That's crazy. It's interesting. It's a simple idea. Everybody can understand it. It's like, it's doable. Plus, they haven't had any new turrets in forever. I mean, ever. I mean, they've had one, and then they had the force amp. I wish they had more stuff like that, though.
So you'd almost have to force people to use their I just totally blanked the not the bursters, but the other ones.
Ultra strikes.
Ultra strikes. God.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Use those to knock them off, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because now you can lazily throw a bunch of ones and do kind of what you can do with an Ultra Strike. Just carry around a bunch of ones and 2 bursters, and you're probably going to pop those shields. But yeah, that'd be great. So the good one. Okay, and this last one is.
This is from. Sorry, I'm beating myself up for not remembering the name. Ultra Strike.
Oh,
Lost Boy Rambler.
Let me do it for you. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to hear about it later. That's all I know. Lost Boy Rambler says, I would like to eventually see a huge plot twist to the game and maybe a third side emerge. I don't know. Just a thought.
A third side emerge. The red team.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
I don't know. It just seems that they've been this long with two. It's a balance issue. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah. They start off with Pokemon Go is kind of your go-to for more than two factions. I mean, yes, it would be a huge plot twist. It would be like, oh my God, people would be like, unplayable, I'm leaving. And some people would be like, dude, I'm on board. This is cool. I'm going to switch from green to red or whatever. I guess personally, I would not want to see this happen. There's already enough drama with two teams. With three, too, I don't know. And normally there isn't a lot of drama, but when there is, it's just painful. Like with the whole cheat thing, the whole scraping thing. It's just like unneeded drama.
So what? Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that, and it would basically be a different game. Yeah. I'm not saying they wouldn't do it and couldn't do it, but like, I mean, it just seems like if they changed it, maybe there's a cross faction where it's not really a third team, but it's a combination of both teams. Maybe it's I don't know, yellow and blue. I don't know. Anyway, and they could throw links from any portal or something and make these weird. And so if a portal was fielded and it had green and blue portals in it, then it would be whatever color this new team was.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe they just change it to where that's the thing and there's not a third team. It's just, well, you can make a field with blue or green portals, but it splits the score between both of you.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do things like that if they want to try to do cross fact. I don't know. That seems weird. I agree with you. Let's don't add another faction.
Yeah. Keep it green and blue for now and see how it goes for the next 10 years. Okay. Well, that's it. Let's close up the capsule. Total awesome sound effect. And so this week we'll get into do we have any calls?
No calls this week.
Okay, well, so in our comms segment, we're a little bit light because we need you listeners to send us stuff to mull over, to think about, to love, to hate, to laugh at, to cry about, anything, whatever. Send us questions, comments, anything you want to speakpipe.com/Agent Academy. That's speakpipe.com/Agent Academy. And we'll put it on the show.
And we'll throw a Ingress code out to one of the people who call in.
Hey.
So the code that I was going to give out this week, I'm saving it. I'm going to do a call in.
And we did get we got confirmation last week that someone did get their code. They I don't have it pulled up right now, but congrats. He was cool enough to leave a comment in Reddit, and that's super awesome. And I do see a little comment here about our last episode. It's a very, very important comment too. He says at the 24-minute and 13-second mark on the previous episode, his comment is, "Cheese nips are disgusting." And you know what? I totally agree.
What?
I said cheese nips last week. I think I was like, go to the store, get your bacon, get your milk, get your eggs, get your cheese nips. I think I said that because subconsciously I saw a box in my house. My girlfriend eats those, I guess, and had them. I've never liked cheese nips. I don't like them, but I think I just pulled that mental image out of my head because after the show, I walked to the kitchen. I'm like, there's cheese nips right there. That's weird. So yes, I agree with you. And that was from Ryan Block B5.
So, but is that like a negative comment on little cheesy squares of goodness all around, or just cheese nips and they like Cheez-Its? Like, do you like Cheez-Its, but you don't like cheese nips?
No, I don't like Cheez-Its.
Do you like little cheese animals?
No, I don't like any little cheese cracker type thing. No.
You like Cheese Whiz?
No, I've always hated Cheese Whiz. In fact, right now, that was when I ate cheese. I don't eat cheese anymore. I'm vegan, so I don't eat milk or cheese or eggs or meat or anything like that. So specifically right now, I would definitely not eat cheese nips. But growing up, I never liked any of that crap either. So I don't know. Sorry, I called it crap. I'm sure people love it.
Cheese Whiz. Well, before we go out, I do want to give everybody an offer a chance to get a free book. I've been listening to the Niantic book on Audible, and it's great when you're ingressing or out driving to a portal, and we can get you a free book, and it also helps us out. They throw us a couple bones. So just go to audibletrial.com/Agent Academy. And like I said, you can get the Niantic Project Ingress by Felicia Jajira Lee, and it's narrated. I'm making up words, by Ada herself, and you can get it free right now. Just go to audibletrial.com/Agent Academy. You'll get a 30-day trial, and if you decide to cancel, you can get to keep the book, and you can keep listening to it over and over again. It's a decent book. It's pretty good. It's definitely, if you're an Ingress player, I think you'll enjoy it. There's a lot of stuff you learn about Ingress itself in the beginning, where things happened, and there's thousands of other books to choose from. So go get it. audibletrial.com/Agent Academy. And if you want to call us and leave your opinion, do so at speakpipe.com/Agent Academy.
Yeah, please do, because you'll get a code, or at least one of you will. And that's it. Twitter is a good place to, tell us stuff and whatnot. We're actually on Facebook. We didn't mention that last week. We only have 2 likes, and that's me and Brent. We liked our stuff so much we clicked the like button. So,
I didn't click the like button.
You didn't?
Maybe I did.
Oh, I thought I saw a little 2 next to it. Anyway, so we're on Facebook, and if that's your flavor, if you like it, then go there and follow. If you like Twitter, we're there, of course. We're on G+. I know most of you probably don't like G+, but we're forced to be there because of Ingress and the community. And we all understand. So we will be there until it dies.
And it's not cheese nip flavored.
No, not at all. Not at all. It tastes like garlic.
So,
yeah, that's it. That's the whole of it. And we're going to get back to getting busy with our videos. We got awesome videos this week. We have planned out part 2's coming soon of Blanket the City. You'll see
get to see the final part of it. Do we blanket the city, or do we get blocked by a couple of ninjas?
Aha, yes, we do. We didn't. We do. We don't.
Don't give it away.
Okay, so check that out.
Or maybe you did.
And leave us comments on any video you want to. We'll randomly, say something about it here. We'll mention here. And that's it. How'd you think it went? That was a good one. All right. Well, let us bid you farewell. We'll see you next week.
Fun to do. Bye-bye. Bye.